Hi guys, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about the Mortal Instruments TV show that we're supposed to be getting. So on October 23rd of 2014, we were given the news that they wanted to make the Mortal Instruments into a TV show because the movie did so bad, but they wanted to continue with the franchise. They were going to give us a TV show. But literally since that day, we have heard nothing. It's been radio silence for months, and I'm kind of tired of it. I had made this opinions video a couple days ago, and I decided to refilm it because there was some news that I found, or not news, but there's some rumors circulating, and I just wanted to put those rumors in this video just so you guys will know them. And they might be true, some of them might be true, some of them might not be true. They could all be complete hogwash, but I just wanted to share them with you. So I am going to go through each rumor, and then I'm going to talk about how I feel about each thing, and then I'll move on to the next one, and so forth and so on. So I have this on my computer right now, and my computer's right here, so if I keep looking over that way, that is why. Okay, so I am going to put links to where the information is from. I follow the Shadowhunters, which is the name of the Instagram page, and they got it from Club Fandemonium on Instagram and fangirlish.com. And so that's where all of the rumors are kind of like listed together. So I will put links to those in the description box if you want to check those out. If I can find them, I haven't even looked them up yet. But yeah, so let's get started. Rumor number 1. Simon is getting a new girlfriend right from the beginning. I feel like that starting it off that way it would completely ruin the whole premise of the story, because I mean the whole first book is about how he's in love with her, and in love with Clary, I mean, and I feel like that would mess things up plot-wise. I mean, I don't know, I don't see how that would fit into a new plot line. It would have to like completely disregard how close they are. I don't know. I feel like him getting a new girlfriend is not a good idea. I feel like they should keep it the way the books are. I don't understand why when they're making an adaptation, why they want to change everything. Obviously, it worked really well in the book, so why not keep it that way? That's just my opinion. I feel like I don't understand how that would make any sense with the story. And they're supposed to be hour-long episodes, and I believe they're going with the format of each book is a season, which, I mean, I don't know if that can work. I mean, I don't know if it can be, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of detail in each episode, but like, I don't know if there's enough book to cover that many episodes. Like, I feel like they're gonna try to stretch it out and make it like a 20-episode season with hour-long episodes in it, and I just don't feel like that's gonna work too well. I don't know, maybe that's just me. That completely went off track of the rumor, but I just don't think that him having a new girlfriend really makes sense with the storyline. I feel like if this were to be in the show, I feel like the show is being made by someone who has not even read the book, who doesn't even know how him liking her sets things into play that come up later in the book, and it's just, I don't know, I don't think it makes sense. So we're just gonna move on to the next one, because I could just keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. Rumor number 2. They have decided to age up the characters. I think this is a really bad idea because the show is about teenagers. It is a young adult fiction fantasy novel. I mean, the shadow hunters start when they're teenagers. They're, what, 17, 16, 17 years old? I understand why they would want to age up the characters, because they would want to give, like, adults a reason to watch the show, not just teenagers. But I don't feel like it makes sense, because the whole thing surrounds them being teenagers and the problems that they go through as teenagers, and, you know, they have, like, parental problems, and, like, how would the parents fit into the situation if they're not teenagers, if they're not, like, having to be with their parents. I mean, I know that the shadow hunters, like, the ones that live at the institute, they're not with their parents every day, but I mean, their parents still follow what they say. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me how they would age up the characters and still have, because Clary's parents are like a huge central plot line in the first book. How do they justify aging up the characters and then keeping her parents still at being that important to the first book? I don't see how that would play out well. I mean, obviously she'd still, like, love her parents, like, yeah. Clary's relationship with her mom is the way it is because of the fact that she is a teenager, and I feel like if they age up the character, they're gonna make them more distant. Like, I know in the movie they aren't really portrayed as that close, but Clary's mom is, like, the only person she's had her whole life, so I mean, they are a lot closer than they seem. Rumor number 3. The shadow hunters are more like a division of the CIA. I don't understand what they mean by this. Are they saying that it's gonna be like a government thing, like the government knows about it? I think if it was part of the government, I mean, I'd be interested to see how that played out, but I don't understand how it fits in with the show. Yeah, I don't know if I understand that rumor. It's an interesting rumor, and I've never really thought about it being like that. All depends on how they film it. Any of these rumors could probably work if they have good, like, directors and producers who really are passionate about the show and want to see it done well, instead of just trying to, like, make money off of a franchise. But I mean, I guess I'd be interested to see it. I don't know. These are weird rumors that I would have never thought to be in having anything to do with this TV show. But we're just gonna move on to rumor number 4. They are moving the location to Los Angeles or San Francisco versus it being set in New York City. This is another one that, I mean, I guess it could work, but the whole first book, well, I guess all of them really, take place in New York, so I don't understand how they would just change. I guess they would just change those central points to whatever it would be the equivalent to in California, but I don't know. I like that it's set in New York. I don't know why. New York is a very, like, busy city, and I think it's cool to look at the whole, like, shadow aspect, and, like, there's so many people in New York City, and yet none of them knew about the whole shadow world, and I think it's interesting, and I think that they should keep it in New York. Cassandra Clare did an excellent job writing those books. Why mess them up? You're gonna just anger a lot of teenage fans. Rumor number 5 is that the show is going to be sexed up and made darker. Half of this I am okay with. The part about it being darker, I'm okay with that, just because it is dealing with the shadow world, and I feel like the movie, it kind of brushed it off, and you never really got that sense of, like, this is a terrible thing, and it's terrifying, and just scary, and it wasn't as, I mean, it was for teenagers, so it was kind of like played down, and I feel like if they did make it into a TV show and it was darker, they could really explore with the whole aspect of demons and the underworld and all that the movie didn't even touch on, because the movie, like I said, kind of just brushed it off, and it was more about the love story between Jace and Clary, or the relationship between Simon and Clary. It wasn't really about the whole shadow aspect of it, and I think that that is something they should focus on, considering that is the main point of the whole series. But yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in seeing a darker Mortal Instruments. I think that'd be actually pretty good. Now, the sexed up version, I'm not okay with. There is like almost nothing having to do with that in the books. I mean, they are young adult books, but at the same time, I don't know, I understand, again, why they would want to do that, because that's what brings in the money these days, and that's what gets views, but at the same time, this is a show that teenagers are going to watch. This is a show that young people are going to watch, and they don't need to be seeing that. I mean, you have to make it appropriate for everyone that could stumble upon the show. You can't just make it an adult show. And I think that kind of has to do with what platform it plays on. You know, if it's going to be an HBO show, or if it's going to be on the CW, or if it's just going to be like ABC Family. You know, I think that plays a lot into how the show is going to be made. If it's an HBO show or the CW, you bet your butt that it's going to be sexed up like crazy, because that's what those two channels are known for. But if it's like an ABC Family, there might be some of it in there, but it's not going to be like super in detail, like, I don't know, if you watch any HBO show and they like full on show everything. The last and final rumor is that the show will be called Shadowhunters, and this is something that I'm also not okay with, just because Shadowhunters, yes, they are the kind of main people in the story, but there are other people that exist, and they are important to the show as well, like the vampires. They play a huge role. The like warlocks and werewolves and fairies, I mean, they all play a huge part, and I feel like it kind of just puts them to the back burner and tells you, okay, no one else is important, nothing else in this story is important, you gotta focus on the Shadowhunters. The Mortal Instruments is a wonderful name, that's why Cassandra Clare picked it. Why would you not keep that? I mean, it helps people know what they're watching. If you call something Shadowhunters, people might not know that you're talking about the Mortal Instruments. So yeah, those are kind of my like opinions. Some of them were not so eloquent, or like I could have worded them better had I had words that I could use that I was good with. I'm not good with words. I'm not at all. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your opinions down below in the comment section. I would love to talk to you guys about any of the rumors that you heard. Like I said, we don't know anything else about the show other than rumors, and that it's supposed to come out sometime this year, and it's supposed to have hour-long episodes, and we don't know who the cast is, we don't know anything about anything. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!